Uncontrollable tears. A family member now knows the truth about you. Don't scroll, listen to this, because this message is reaching you at the exact moment your spirit is finally ready to face something that has been shifting in the dark for weeks, maybe months, and your heart needs this right now more than you realize. So breathe and let these words speak directly to the part of you that always knows when God is trying to get your attention. Someone in your family, someone whose energy has been strange around you lately, someone who has been quiet, distant, emotional, or watching you more closely than before, they now know a truth about you that you never spoke, a truth you carried alone, a truth heaven revealed to them because your season of being misunderstood, overlooked, and misjudged is ending. Don't scroll, your heart needs this right now, because what they found out didn't come from gossip, didn't come from accident, didn't come from someone else's lips. This revelation came spiritually, the kind that hits a person so deeply that it shakes their understanding of who you are. It came through dreams, signs, unusual urges, a sudden emotional pull toward you, and every angel number that has been following them, especially 333, 444, and 1010, was heaven's way of whispering, "Look again. You missed something. This one is chosen." Listen to this, your heart needs this right now, because the truth they discovered about you is something that will change the entire dynamic of your relationship. They now see the pain you never spoke about, the weight you carried that no one helped you hold, the sacrifices you made silently, the nights you cried behind closed doors while still showing up strong for everyone else, the healing journey you walked alone because no one knew how deeply you were hurting. And don't scroll, your heart needs this, because this family member, whether it's a parent, sibling, cousin, or someone who once took you for granted, has realized that they misunderstood you, that they misread your silence, that they judged you without knowing your battles, and now their heart is breaking because they finally see the truth behind your strength, your kindness, your resilience. There's been a shift in their spirit, a trembling, an emotional awakening, and heaven says they've been crying or holding back tears because they feel guilty for not recognizing your struggles sooner. Don't scroll, because what I'm about to say next is something your soul has been waiting to hear. This revelation is not meant to hurt you, it's meant to free you. This family member is about to come toward you with softness, vulnerability, and honesty in a way you've never seen from them. They've been replaying old memories, questioning their past behavior, wondering why they didn't see your pain sooner, and heaven is urging them to step up, to take accountability, to bring healing where there was once distance. Listen to this, your heart needs this right now, because the emotional tension you've been feeling in your family, those sudden shifts in energy, the unexpected stares, the random check-ins, the sense that someone is thinking about you heavily, is all connected to this spiritual revelation. They've been seeing signs about you everywhere, dreams where you looked sad or powerful, songs that felt like messages, their own intuition waking them up at night with your name on their mind. Don't scroll, because this next part is guided directly for you. The universe says this revelation is part of your elevation. You are stepping into a season where people finally realize who you truly are, your worth, your calling, your purpose. And this family member's awakening is only the first ripple. Their understanding will bring healing, their apology will bring closure, their honesty will bring emotional release, and their shift will open a new chapter of connection, respect, and truth that you've long deserved. But listen to this, your heart needs this right now. Heaven says the truth they discovered wasn't just about your pain, it's also about your destiny. They now see the strength in you, the spiritual depth, the chosen energy, the light that angels guard fiercely, the calling that makes you stand out even when you feel invisible. They saw something divine in you, something they can't explain, something that makes them realize you're not just another family member, you are spiritually set apart, protected, and destined for something higher than the people around you can fully comprehend. They see now what heaven has always known about you. You were born different. Born sensitive. Born intuitive. Born awakened. Born chosen. And the truth they now know is both humbling and shocking to them. You were fighting spiritual battles they didn't even know existed. Don't scroll, your heart needs this right now, because heaven is preparing you for a moment of emotional breakthrough. Where this family member finally speaks, finally apologizes, finally opens up about what they've learned, and their confession will bring tears, healing, closure, and clarity for both of you. This is only the beginning of what heaven is about to uncover in your family line, and your spirit already feels the shift. Don't scroll, because what I'm about to reveal will make your spirit feel something you haven't felt in a long time, and your heart needs this right now more than you even realize, so stay right here and breathe for a moment as this truth sinks deeper into you. Ever since that family member discovered the truth about you, your strength, your light, your calling, your spiritual protection, something inside them has shifted in a way they can't explain, and heaven allowed this revelation not to break you, but to free you from a weight you didn't even know you were carrying. Listen to this, don't scroll, because their tears weren't just emotion, they were release, they were awakening, they were the breaking of illusions that stood between you and the peace your soul has been craving. The universe is showing you that the truth they've uncovered isn't random. It's connected to your spiritual growth, to the battles you've fought silently, to the resilience you've shown even when people misunderstood your heart. And now that the truth has surfaced, the energy around you is shifting rapidly. The spiritual tension you've been feeling in your chest, the heaviness that kept you awake at night, the strange dreams, the angel numbers like 111, 333, 444 appearing at the exact moments you needed reassurance. All of it has been signaling that your story is entering a new chapter, one where hidden intentions are exposed and divine justice begins its work. Don't scroll, because your heart needs this right now. This revelation didn't happen to hurt you, it happened to protect you, to open your eyes, to prepare you for a destiny that no family member, no friend, no enemy can block. What they know now is something heaven has been trying to reveal for months. Your soul is different, your calling is rare, your purpose is bigger than the narrative others created about you. Their reaction, the shock, the tears, the regret, comes from realizing that they misjudged someone chosen, someone divinely guided, someone spiritually marked for elevation. They now see how deeply you've been hurt, how much you've sacrificed, how quietly you've carried emotional burdens meant for people who never appreciated your heart. And something else is happening behind the scenes. Don't scroll, listen to this. Ever since the truth reached them, they've been thinking about moments they overlooked, things they said out of anger, times they failed to support you, and heaven is pressing their conscience, not to punish them, but to make room for healing, restoration, and accountability. Meanwhile, your energy has become magnetic, your intuition sharper, your emotions louder, your dreams more prophetic, and this isn't random. It's a sign that you're stepping into spiritual clarity, into higher discernment, into deeper alignment. And here's where it gets even more powerful. the truth that reached your family member is also awakening someone else connected to you emotionally, someone whose energy has been tied to yours in ways they can't understand, someone who feels your glow even at a distance. This person has been sensing your elevation, and the emotional shift around you is affecting them too. Your angels are aligning not just your family dynamics, but your soulmate journey, your path forward, your divine purpose. Don't scroll, because your heart needs this. The universe is rearranging relationships in your life to make room for genuine love, genuine support, genuine connection. The exposure that happened wasn't betrayal, it was alignment. It was heaven stepping in to remove masks, to dissolve illusions, to make sure you walk into your blessings without carrying dead weight. This is why you've been feeling emotional waves, why your spirit feels both heavy and hopeful at the same time, why something inside you keeps whispering that change is coming. The truth that surfaced has set off a chain reaction: healing, protection, elevation, realization, and you are at the center of this divine shift. So don't scroll away from this message, because your spirit knows this was meant for you, and what's coming next will prove that heaven has been fighting for your heart long before anyone else understood its depth. Don't scroll, because what I'm about to reveal in this moment is going to reach into a place inside you that has been waiting for understanding, waiting for confirmation, waiting for someone to speak the truth your spirit has felt but you couldn't fully explain, and your heart needs this right now more than ever. The energy around you has shifted, not slowly, not quietly, but suddenly, almost violently. And the angels watching over you said the spiritual tension you've been feeling isn't imagination, it's the pressure of truth rising to the surface faster than anyone expected, especially the person in your family who now knows something they weren't prepared to face about you, something that has shaken them emotionally in a way they never thought possible. Listen to this, don't scroll, because the universe is revealing that this family member, someone who underestimated you, someone who misjudged you, someone who thought they knew your story, has been confronted with a truth about your strength, your calling, your destiny, and even your pain, and the realization hit them so hard it brought uncontrollable tears, not just because of guilt or shock, but because they finally saw the weight you've been carrying alone. They saw the nights you stayed silent but hurting, the moments you pushed through when your spirit was exhausted, the kindness you showed even when your heart was broken, and the resilience that kept you standing when others expected you to fall. Don't scroll, your heart needs this right now. They didn't just see a truth, they felt it. Angels said it was like a veil was ripped off their eyes, revealing everything you endured, everything you survived, everything you healed from in silence, and now this person can't escape the emotional gravity of what they ignored for far too long. They're replaying moments, remembering conversations, recognizing signs they missed, and carrying a heaviness because they finally understand they misjudged someone chosen, someone divinely protected, someone spiritually marked. Listen to this. This message is for you. Angels say this person isn't just emotional, they are shaken, because the truth they discovered about you wasn't small. It wasn't surface level. It wasn't something they could brush off. It exposed their own insecurities, their own shadows, their own mistakes, and now they're wrestling with the realization that heaven has been elevating you all along while they were doubting you. Don't scroll, there's more. This truth has sparked a spiritual awakening inside them. Not a gentle one, but the kind that forces someone to confront the person they've been versus the person they're called to become. They're feeling remorse, conviction, and an overwhelming pull to make things right, but they're also afraid, unsure, and emotional because they know the dynamic between you cannot go back to what it was. They now see you as someone connected to destiny, someone spiritually guided, someone who carries a calling deeper than the world around you recognizes. And the angels say this revelation didn't happen by accident, it was divinely timed. Your elevation, your transformation, your healing, your glow-up, your growth, none of it has gone unnoticed in the spiritual realm, and now even the people who once doubted you are being forced to see the truth. Don't scroll, your heart needs this clarity. This family member will try to approach you soon, but their words may come slow, emotional, even shaky, because they're wrestling with something they didn't expect: admiration. They admire your courage, your endurance, your compassion, your growth, and the powerful spirit that has carried you through storms they never knew were happening. And here's what the angels whispered: what they know about you now is only the beginning. There is a deeper truth unfolding. Something tied to your purpose, your spiritual awakening, your soulmate connection, your destiny, and this family member is sensing that your life is about to shift in a way even they cannot stop, influence, or deny. Don't scroll, because heaven says this moment marks the beginning of divine justice in your story. The people who misunderstood you will witness your rise. The people who doubted you will watch you be elevated. The people who judged you without knowing your truth will learn that God was shaping you for something greater all along. Your tears, your silence, your suffering were not wasted, they were seeds. And now that the truth has surfaced in your family, heaven is preparing to reveal even more, because your season of being hidden is ending, and your season of being seen, recognized, and honored is beginning. And the angels say the next revelation will come sooner than you think. Don't scroll, because what I'm about to reveal will make something inside you wake up, almost like your soul already knew this moment was coming, and your heart needs this right now more than you realize, because after your family member uncovered the truth about you, yes, the truth they were never meant to see this soon. There was a spiritual shift around your life, a shift so strong that even the angels paused to watch how this would unfold, and you've probably been feeling it in small, unexplained ways: sudden heaviness in your chest, waves of emotion that hit you at random moments, a strange awareness that someone has been thinking about you intensely, and the universe has been trying to pull your attention to the signs because this message is for you. Listen to this, your heart needs it right now. The moment they discovered the truth, whether through a conversation, a message, a slip of information, or something they sensed spiritually, emotion rushed through them, not anger, not judgment, but a deep mixture of heartbreak, awe, and realization, because they finally understood the weight you've been carrying alone, the silent battles you've fought without asking for help, the pain you hid behind laughter, the strength you've shown even when you were breaking inside, and that realization shattered something in them. Don't scroll, your heart needs this right now. They didn't cry out of disappointment. They cried because they saw the truth, that you have been the anchor, the healer, the quiet warrior of the family, and yet you were the one most misunderstood, most overlooked, most judged, and this revelation woke up their spirit in a way nothing else ever has. The angels say the veil has been lifted, what they once assumed about you has been replaced by a deeper, almost sacred understanding of who you truly are. And now, they're wrestling with guilt, shock, compassion, and a fierce protectiveness over you they never felt before. Your energy has been speaking louder than your words, and they finally heard it. Don't scroll, because the universe wants you to know that this shift is not meant to hurt you, it's meant to free you. This person is seeing your soul for the first time without filters, without rumors, without assumptions, without the shadows of the past clouding their perception. They are seeing your purity, your resilience, your hurt, your loyalty, your sacrifices, your prayers, your late-night tears, your unspoken dreams, and your quiet fight to hold everything together. And now that they know the truth, they can't go back to pretending they don't. Listen to this, your heart needs this message. They've been replaying moments with you in their mind, realizing the signs were there all along. The times you went silent, the times you hid your pain behind humor, the times you disappeared to breathe, the times you said, "I'm fine," when you were barely holding yourself together. Their heart is heavy because they realize they should have asked more, listened more, cared more, and now heaven is stirring them with a conviction to step up, to show up, to protect you in ways they didn't before. Don't scroll, this part matters. Angels say this discovery is the beginning of healing, not conflict. This family member is being spiritually called to help carry what you've carried alone, to mend what was broken between you, to recognize your worth in a way they never allowed themselves to before. And yes, someone connected to your destiny, someone who cares about you on a deeper, more spiritual level, felt the shift too, even if they don't know why. When the truth about you surfaced, a wave of emotional clarity hit someone else who has been tied to your energy for a long time. They felt it like an intuitive jolt, a sudden need to check on you, think of you, pray for you, or reach out, and that's not imagination, that's spiritual alignment. Don't scroll, your heart needs this next line. The truth that was revealed wasn't meant to expose you. It was meant to awaken the people around you, to elevate your relationships, to bring authenticity where there was distance, and to reveal who loves you deeply enough to stay, to understand, and to rebuild with you. The angels say the tears that were shed weren't a sign of weakness, they were a sign of breakthrough. Something sacred is shifting in your family, in your connections, and in your destiny. And this moment, as painful as it may feel, is unlocking a chapter where you are finally seen, finally supported, finally valued, and finally understood. Don't scroll, because your heart already knows this message belongs to you. Don't scroll, listen to this, because this message is reaching you at a moment when your spirit has quietly been asking for answers you haven't dared to speak out loud, and your heart needs this right now in a way that feels like a tug deep inside your soul, because what's unfolding around you has been building for months without you fully noticing. Something in the energy of your family, the atmosphere in your home, the way certain conversations feel heavier than they should, the strange way people pause before speaking to you, or look at you with a mixture of confusion, admiration, and something like regret, all of it is connected to the spiritual truth that was revealed about you, a truth that has caused one particular family member to sit in silence, replaying every interaction they've ever had with you, realizing how deeply they misunderstood you, how they ignored your pain, how they dismissed your intuition, how they assumed your strength meant you didn't need support, but now that the truth has surfaced, they can no longer pretend they don't see the light you carry, the resilience you were born with, the quiet battles you overcame with no applause, and listen to this, because your heart needs this right now. They are overwhelmed because they didn't know how much you endured, how much you grew, how much you spiritually ascended when nobody was watching, and now they're wrestling with a kind of emotional shock that feels like uncontrollable tears rising from a place they didn't know existed. This revelation about who you truly are has forced them to question their own behavior, their own assumptions, their own choices, and the universe is saying they are being divinely humbled, not to punish them, but to awaken them, because you were never the fragile one, you were never the lost one, you were never the one who needed fixing. You were the anchor, the healer, the one chosen to break cycles others pretended didn't exist. And don't scroll, your heart needs this next part, because the emotional reaction they're having is not just about guilt but about awe, a kind of spiritual recognition that you were always more intuitive, more spiritually gifted, more connected to the divine than they allowed themselves to see. They are realizing that your silence was not weakness but wisdom, that your distance was not abandonment but protection, that your strength was not coldness but survival, and in the days ahead, the universe is orchestrating a moment where this person will approach you with a softness you haven't seen in them before, a kind of emotional transparency that will surprise you, because when people finally see the truth about you, your heart, your purpose, your calling, they can never go back to who they were before. And listen to this, don't scroll, because your heart needs it. This family member has been feeling the spiritual pressure of this awakening. They've been having dreams about you, memories resurfacing in waves, moments where they randomly think of you and feel emotional, times where they want to say something but can't form the words, and they don't understand why, but the universe does. This is the beginning of healing that was long overdue, the kind of healing that doesn't come from confrontation but from realization, and this realization is reshaping their understanding of you entirely. They are starting to see why you withdrew, why you became quieter, why you stopped chasing their validation, because you weren't breaking down. You were breaking open, stepping into a higher self they couldn't see through the lens of who they thought you were. And don't scroll, stay with this, because your heart needs it deeply. This is not just about family dynamics, this is about a spiritual shift that will move across every area of your life, because when truth is finally seen, when masks fall, when hidden emotions come to light, it triggers a chain reaction that touches everything connected to you. Your relationships, your confidence, your intuition, your soulmate journey, your sense of peace, your clarity moving forward. This family revelation is only the beginning of a larger spiritual unfolding that the universe has been preparing you for, and you may have already noticed signs. Angel numbers like 444 for protection, 1010 for alignment, 222 for connection, strange waves of nostalgia, moments where your intuition feels stronger than usual, emotional spikes that come out of nowhere, and all of these are indicators that the truth surrounding you is rising, not to hurt you, but to free you, because you are stepping into a season where no misunderstanding about you can survive, no mislabeling can follow you, no false narrative can cling to your spirit. You are being elevated, repositioned, and spiritually seen in a way that will make people reflect on the role they played in your story. And don't scroll, because you need this last part. The tears this family member feels are not just regret. They're recognition, a recognition of your worth, your strength, your spirit, your heart, and the universe is saying that what's coming next is a moment of understanding so powerful that it will change the relationship forever, bringing closure where there was confusion, compassion where there was dismissal, and healing where there was silence, because the truth has finally reached them, and nothing can hide it anymore. Don't scroll, because what I'm about to tell you is arriving at the exact moment your spirit is finally ready to understand a truth the universe has been whispering around your life, and your heart needs this right now more than you realize. So stay with me as this message unfolds in front of you like a revelation meant for your eyes only. Something has shifted inside a certain family member, someone who once misunderstood you, doubted you, or judged you through the lens of their own fears, and now, almost overnight, they are seeing you clearly for the first time, as if a spiritual veil has been lifted from their eyes, and they've awakened to a truth about your heart they pushed aside for years. Don't scroll, because this moment matters. This person has been replaying memories, words, moments, things they once overlooked, and the weight of that realization is hitting them so deeply that it's stirring something like regret, like longing, like love they didn't know how to express before. Listen to this, because your heart needs it right now. This family member has finally begun to understand your silence, your strength, your sensitivity, your distance, your pain, your resilience. Things you had to carry alone because you never had the space to fully explain them, and now the truth about who you really are is settling in their spirit like a mirror they can no longer avoid. Don't scroll, because the universe wants you to hear this. They've seen something recently, a moment of your growth, a display of your kindness, a breakthrough in your energy, a glow in your presence. And it woke up a realization they were never prepared for, one that brought tears to their eyes because now they finally recognize the weight you've been carrying without ever asking for help. They see your spiritual strength. They see your emotional depth. They see the way you've protected people who didn't protect you. They see the way you've forgiven without receiving an apology. They see the way you've risen above situations designed to break you. And as this truth sinks in, they're feeling emotions they don't even know how to process: guilt for judging you, sorrow for hurting you, admiration for your resilience, and fear that they may lose their place in your heart if they don't step into honesty soon. Don't scroll, because this next part is important. The reason this shift is happening now is because your energy has changed. You've been stepping into a higher frequency. Setting boundaries, speaking truth, healing wounds, listening to your intuition, and the universe has made your glow impossible to ignore. Your transformation is exposing truths in others. Your elevation is forcing people to confront their own shadows. Your growth is reshaping the dynamics around you. And this family member, the one who once misunderstood your heart, is now realizing that losing access to you would be losing access to someone rare, someone kind, someone divinely protected. Listen to this, your heart needs it. They're beginning to see the angel numbers around you too: 222 when they think of you, 444 when they feel guilt, 111 when they consider reaching out, signs from the universe nudging them toward accountability and healing. They may not say it out loud yet, but the truth is stirring inside them like a confession waiting for the right moment to break open. Don't scroll, because here comes the part that changes everything. They've started talking about you in a different tone when you're not around, not with bitterness or confusion, but with admiration, surprise, and softness. They've been telling someone, maybe another family member, maybe a friend, that they misjudged you, that they didn't understand your heart before, that they see now how deeply you've been hurt and how gracefully you've carried that pain. They're not ready to face you with full honesty yet, but the emotional shift has already begun, and the universe is preparing a moment, one conversation, one apology, one unexpected confession, that will create healing where there was once distance. Don't scroll, because this message is yours. The truth they've awakened to is not about something you did wrong, it's about the strength you showed when everything went wrong. It's about your spirit, your endurance, your compassion, your heart. And now the universe is aligning circumstances that will not only reveal their inner transformation but also bring closure, clarity, and emotional restoration into your life. The tears they shed were not just regret, they were recognition. Recognition of your worth. Recognition of your journey. Recognition of your quiet sacrifices. Recognition of the truth they can't hide anymore. And very soon, you will feel this shift in the way they speak to you, treat you, approach you, or finally open up in a way they never had the courage to before. Don't scroll, because your heart needed every word of this, and the universe is saying, healing is already on the way. Don't scroll. Because what I'm about to pour into your spirit is the final piece your heart has been feeling but couldn't put into words, and your heart needs this right now in a way that feels like something inside you has been waiting for this exact moment to finally exhale. So stay with me as this message wraps around you like a truth long overdue, ever since that family member discovered the truth about you. Yes, that truth, the one you carried quietly, the one you thought nobody noticed, the one that shaped you far more deeply than you ever admitted. The entire spiritual atmosphere around your life has shifted, and heaven has been watching the emotional storm unfold inside them because this revelation didn't break them the way you feared, it broke open something inside them. Don't scroll, your heart needs this right now. They have been replaying memories, moments, conversations, the little signs they missed, the times they misunderstood you, the times they judged you too quickly, and the weight of that realization has been sitting heavy on their spirit like a wave they weren't ready for. Their tears weren't anger. Their tears weren't disappointment. Their tears were the kind that come from truth finally reaching a heart that's been blind for too long. Listen to this, your heart needs this right now. The universe is showing that this family member isn't just emotional, they are transforming, awakening, softening in ways you never imagined possible. They expected to feel shame or regret, but instead, they felt something holy, something like divine understanding washing over them, something like compassion being born inside them for the very first time. They are seeing you differently now, not as the person your pain made you, but as the person your resilience shaped you into. Don't scroll. Your heart needs this right now. Their tears were the beginning of something the universe has been preparing for months: reconciliation, healing, truth rising to the surface, old wounds being acknowledged instead of ignored. This family member has been carrying their own guilt, their own regret, their own silent questions about how they could have loved you better, understood you sooner, protected you more fiercely. They're realizing they weren't the villain you painted them to be in your lowest moments, but they also weren't the support you deserved in your hardest ones, and that truth has humbled them in a way that heaven intends to use for your healing. Don't scroll, because something even deeper is happening behind the scenes. Their awakening has triggered a ripple effect through your entire family line: ancestral healing, generational breaking, emotional awakening. Old patterns are cracking. Old cycles are collapsing. Old wounds are bleeding out so they can finally close. And whether you know it or not, this truth being revealed was the spiritual catalyst needed to break something heavy that's been sitting over your family for decades. Listen, your heart needs this right now. The angels are showing that this family member is preparing to come toward you. Not with excuses, not with explanations, not with shallow words, but with truth, accountability, softness, and emotion they never allowed themselves to show. They want to talk. They want to understand. They want to stand beside you in a way they should have long ago. And even if your guard is up, even if your heart still aches, the universe is preparing you for this moment because it will not come from manipulation, it will come from clarity. Don't scroll, your heart needs this right now. This truth they learned about you didn't break your connection, it deepened it. It didn't divide you, it exposed what blocked you. It didn't push them away, it pulled them into honesty. And now, heaven is setting the stage for a moment that will feel surreal when it happens, faces softening, walls lowering, voices trembling, forgiveness rising, and love being recognized in a form it never took before. They are coming with vulnerability, and you will feel it before you hear it. Listen. Your heart needs this right now. The universe is showing a scene of emotional release, long conversations, unexpected apologies, shared tears, a closeness you forgot was possible. And the healing that begins with this family member will overflow into every area of your life: relationships, self-worth, peace, direction, emotional stability. This revelation wasn't meant to scare you, it was meant to free you. Don't scroll, because this final truth is the one your spirit has been waiting for. The universe is not just healing the relationship between you and this family member, it is healing the version of you who carried the pain that kept you apart. And what comes next will feel like a weight lifting, a heart opening, a chapter turning, and peace settling into your life in a way that makes you whisper, "Finally."